Hey, thanks for tuning in for some more stock market news updates. So strap in and get ready for some exciting news from the world of finance. Yesterday, the big banks rocked the Dow Jones Index, so investors saw it soar to new heights. This rally in the stock market was fueled by positive economic headlines which moved many stocks upwards. Stocks were mostly up yesterday, and the big banks really stole the show. But that's not all the good news we have today. Brace yourselves for this. The US economy grew substantially more in the first quarter than we originally thought. But wait, there's more. Before we dive into the stock market, let's take a moment to appreciate the viral sensation caused by the fast food chain McDonald's stock ticker symbol MCD. Their latest creation, the limited edition purple shake inspired by none other than Grimace, their lovable mascot, and people are going crazy for it. In other mind-blowing news, we have the space tourism company, Virgin Galactic ticker symbol SPCE, finally making history. After nearly 2 decades, Richard Branson's space tourism company successfully launched its first commercial flight, sending 3 lucky Italian passengers to the edge of space. They reached a staggering peak altitude of 279,000 feet. Talk about an out-of-this-world experience. Virgin Galactic is aiming to turn things around after last year's losses, and they're hoping to generate significant revenue by charging space tourists up to $450,000 per seat. But hold on tight, because there's more to this roller coaster of financial news. 3 Florida investors are in hot water, charged with insider trading related to Trump's SPACs deal. The Department of Justice wasted no time arresting these individuals, alleging that they made over $22 million in illegal profits by trading DWAC stock that took Trump's social media company public. Now let's switch gears and talk about Nano Dimension, which is a 3D printing and technology company ticker symbol NNDM. Now this might not be a stock that many analysts actively follow, but boy oh boy did they deliver some impressive first quarter figures. They reported revenue of just under $15 million for the quarter, a robust 24% increase compared to the previous year. And that's not all. The company even flipped to a profit of $22 million. It's incredible to witness such improvements, especially in a company involved with technology that has investors all fired up. Now, here's a little bit of news that might cause some drama among your Coke-loving friends. Brace yourselves, because aspartame is about to be labeled as possibly carcinogenic. Yes, you heard that right. Next month, the World Health Organization will release 2 reviews of this popular artificial sweetener, and it's not looking good. Until now, we thought you had to chug down a dozen or more cans of diet soda to be at risk, but things might be changing. The WHO's International Agency for Research on Cancer is expected to share their findings on July 14th. This could negatively impact Coca-Cola stock, which is a beverage company ticker symbol KO. The industry groups representing products with aspartame are already in a panic, fearing that consumers might change their habits or even sue companies. But fear not, my friends. Diet Pepsi made a smart move by ditching aspartame back in 2020, so PEP stock is a safer investment. Now let's shift our attention to the retail landscape. Burlington stores are stepping up and taking over more than 50 locations that were left vacant by the bankrupt Bed Bath & Beyond. It's always good to see a company stepping in to fill the void, isn't it? And speaking of Bed Bath & Beyond, Overstock.com, the savvy company that acquired BB&B as well as their name and digital assets, is making a bold move by rebranding itself as, you guessed it, Bed Bath & Beyond. A bit unexpected, but let's see how that plays out. Now let's talk about a big player in the digital ad space, Google. They're facing intense scrutiny after a report from Analytics claimed that they repeatedly broke their own policies for video ad placements. We all know how dominant Google's YouTube is, raking in a staggering 8% of the $47 billion spent annually on US digital ads. But according to Analytics, Google violated their video ad deal's fine print a whopping 80% of the time, potentially costing advertisers billions. Ads were running in muted, auto-playing formats or appearing on undesirable web pages. This has raised concerns for major advertisers like Macy's, Disney Plus, and American Express, as well as government agencies like Medicare and the Social Security Administration. Google, of course, disputed the findings, but it hasn't stopped some businesses from demanding their money back. It's an ongoing battle to ensure transparency and ethical practices in the ad industry. Now let's dive into the world of electric vehicles. Polestar, Ford, and GM are making some exciting moves. Polestar recently announced that they will adopt Tesla's EV charging standard, opening up more paid access to Tesla's extensive charging network. With more companies joining the EV revolution, we can expect to see a major shift in the way we charge our electric vehicles. Shifting gears to the apparel industry, Nike reported their earnings yesterday, and while their profit of $1 billion was slightly lower than last year, it's still a significant achievement. The apparel industry has been facing tighter margins as shoppers scale back on discretionary purchases and manufacturers increase their advertising. It's a challenging landscape, but Nike is holding strong. And speaking of holding strong, all eyes are on the U.S. Supreme Court as they have denied President Biden's plan to forgive up to $20,000 of student debt. This ruling has very far-reaching implications. So keep an eye out, as this monumental decision is bound to impact the financial markets and stockholders of companies like Sofi Technologies, ticker symbol SOFI. Now, let's switch gears to the world of beverage acquisitions. Monster Beverage is closing in on a mega deal worth $362 million to acquire rival drink maker Bang Energy, which is emerging from bankruptcy. It's an exciting move that could reshape the landscape of the energy drink market. And finally, let's talk about the ever-evolving world of cryptocurrency. Binance founder Changpeng Zhao has reportedly been spending most of his time in Dubai, as French authorities investigate Binance for potential money laundering. The cryptocurrency landscape is constantly evolving, and regulations are becoming more stringent. But fear not, because MicroStrategy, a major player in the crypto space, has been on a Bitcoin buying spree, acquiring nearly $350 million worth of Bitcoin in the past 2 months. Despite regulatory crackdowns on altcoins like Solana and Matic, Bitcoin has been on a remarkable 82% rise in the past 6 months. And before I wrap things up, a quick heads up for those using the Voyager platform for cryptocurrencies. You've got less than 30 days to move your crypto out before they liquidate it, so make sure you take the necessary steps to secure your assets. Phew, that was quite the whirlwind of financial news. Stay tuned for more updates, and remember to keep your portfolios diversified and your excitement levels high. Go and press the like button for more news updates, and until next time, happy investing.